All right, hello there.
Hey,
Hi, can you hear me all right?
I can hear you perfectly. Can you hear me too?
Yes, excellent. Okay, so I'll go ahead and get the game started here. I do see that there's some like bugs further down the page. Is there anything that I should know specifically before getting started?
I guess just probably everything that you will point out, I can
Okay,
say, yeah, this doesn't work.
okay,
There is a potential for a soft lock. It's a really
okay,
small chance, but it can happen. Uh, well, the game sadly is pretty unfinished,
okay.
and I'm not really satisfied with the result.
Mm,
But I like your stream. I like what you are doing, and I wanted to share my experience with people,
oh
so
yeah,
maybe
of
they won't
course.
make the same mistakes that I did. You don't have to read the wall of text if you don't want
Okay,
to. I can just guide you through if anything will be necessary.
yeah, sounds good. Okay, I'll get started here. So roll your dice. I click, and I've got. All right. So these are the actual actions I can take. So I've got the like card, I've got the like cowboy boot with the spur, I've got the revolvers, and I've got the like skull head here.
Yeah, so you choose one of the symbols and you will
Yep.
store those
Okay.
in your pocket, let's say. The
Hmm.
skulls are stored automatically, they are just failures.
Okay.
So you can store them, they will just be added with the other symbol.
Hmm.
And after you take, for example, three revolvers, they are
Hmm.
stored and you roll the other dices that weren't revolvers or skulls.
Okay. There aren't revolvers or skulls. So what are the so to I'm in the movement phase around or movement phase now. Does it tell me how do I just get one move or is it related to how
Yeah,
many?
by default you have one move,
Okay.
and then you get one move more for each cowboy boot.
Okay, so it's like a upgrade that you're sort of building onto your character.
Yeah, but it's every turn it will be back to the default and you roll again.
Hmm. So what do the cards do?
The cards, if you have at least three, you will be
Hmm.
able to use special ability. There are four special abilities. Uh,
Okay.
they will be explained when you get them.
Okay, so I guess I'm not actually behind cover. I thought I
Yeah,
was.
if you hold C,
Oh, okay, so I should have moved forward one to be in cover. It does say that I'm on the enemy turn right now. Is this the soft lock you were talking about?
it's not this one.
Oh,
Give it some time. Maybe
okay.
it will do something. But
We'll
there
see.
is a fail-safe that if his turn will take too long, it should automatically pass.
Okay,
We
that's
will
good.
we will see if that works though.
It did. It did. It did. It's you're not going to see it on stream immediately, but we're good. So I okay, so I should move forward to get into cover. So I skipped my movement phase, and that also seems to skip my attack phase. Was that just my mistake, or what happened there?
I have a quite a big delay on stream, but if you don't have any revolvers, you won't have any attacks. So the
Okay, so you
phase will
have to
be
pick revolvers
yeah.
specifically, otherwise you don't.
So one revolver equals one attack. Three revolvers equal two attack. Five of them is three attacks.
Okay, so now I'm actually in cover, and now I can actually click on this guy to shoot him, but only the once. But I'm in cover, so hopefully taking a little less damage here.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to be able to shoot at least once because he's pretty close to dead. Let's take some extra movement as well. And then I guess, yeah, just one more movement. So you're like picking a die, and then the dice that are left over to re-roll. Um, is there a way to tell? Oh, hang on. So the one, two, three. So that was as far as I could move is to get to this position because I had three. Or sorry, is it three plus the one you always have?
Yeah, it's three plus the one you always have.
Okay.
I know that UI doesn't show it at all because it only shows you how many dice you had, but of the
Mhm.
same type.
Okay, so now I'm in free movement because I killed the only enemy, and then I get to the end of the level. So that was level 1 out of 4, right?
Yeah,
Cavedens is asking, what did you use to make the icons?
I didn't make them. It's
Oh, okay.
from gameicons.com, I think.
Okay.
On the each IO page, every thing is credited.
Okay, excellent. It's good to know that people can look into that. I think it's always good. Uh, is it? Oh, I see here. You got a credit section in the middle of the screen, in the middle of the HIO page. Uh, yes, Agisma, I am the Dice Aspect developer. That is, I saw that you took so many tries to actually play through the game. Thank you for persisting. I'm sorry it took you so long to get a victory, but I hope that you were at least enjoying it in all that time. Um, I feel like if you played it that many times, I must have done at least something right. Anyway, so we'll keep going on here on the second turn. So what do the skulls do? You like collect those automatically, but what do you use them for?
You don't use them. It's a failed roll. So if you have
Okay,
a skull, you just lost a dice.
okay.
If you have three or more skulls, you get to choose one additional symbol. Just because you had
Such bad luck.
such a bad luck, you get rewarded. Like,
Okay,
well, rewarded, compensated.
I gotcha. Yeah, yeah. I think I need some health because I am like nearly dead here. Okay, so diagonal counts as a move. That's good because I was very close to dying there. So I can still shoot them even though I'm in cover.
Yes, and they will still take full damage if they are not in cover.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm getting shot from all angles here. So what was the inspiration behind this game? Were you trying to make a like XCOM type game or?
Uh, it's pretty funny that you say XCOM because the XCOM reference came way too late in
Mm-hmm.
development. It was like I was trying to rescue the gameplay because I felt like it's not that good. And then I stumbled upon, hey, XCOM is doing something like this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the cover mechanic came from. Previously, you just couldn't shoot through the covers, but it was super like sorry to say, but dumb because you stood behind cover and
Mm-hmm.
you couldn't do anything to the enemies, and the enemies would stand behind cover and just shoot into them. So it looked pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the special abilities lets you fully restore your health. So maybe you can try to collect free card icons.
Yeah, okay. I'll keep an eye out for that, but I'm just wondering whether I should be trying to store up movement to run for that cover as soon as possible, or like, do the enemies attack no matter what range you're in, or do you have to actually get
Yes,
close?
yes, but they
Okay,
are all also rolling dices. So there is
okay,
possibility that they won't have attack this turn, but there are three of them, so some of them will attack.
okay. So I only got, well, I've got 1, 2, 3, so I can at least get into cover, and then let's try. Um, so I can still shoot the guy that's in cover, but will he take reduced damage?
Yeah,
Is this red barrel actually explosive, or is it just decoration?
red barrels are explosives. And the guy behind cover, this is one of the bugs. You have to aim at the cover to actually hit him.
Okay. Um, yeah. Okay. Well, so I know that this happens to me all the times. That people will say like, "Oh, is this game inspired by this?" I'm like, "Well, I've heard of that game, but I've never played it before." So not XCOM, but what was the inspiration behind this game?
Um, well, the dice mechanic actually is inspired heavily by board game that
Mm-hmm.
is called Yeti.
Hmm.
Uh, this is pretty similar to what's there. This was just my first idea to let's take that board game that has no combat aspect at all and just try to work with this system to involve combat in some way.
Hmm.
The second inspiration, well, it's hard to say it was inspiration. I just was playing a lot of Weird West recently, so that's where the setting came from, because it also like was cool with dices and cowboys. Uh, and as I said, the XCOM reference came way too late. I was just going without references from my head, from the top of my head, and it backfired
Mm.
very much.
Okay, well, I just unlocked the like special ability, but I'm actually okay on health right now, so I guess uh, I will try a multi shot. That sounds useful.
Yeah, it will show you only one bullet trail, but actually will deal damage to all of them.
Yeah, I did see that they all took damage from that. Is there really anything else to do in this level other than just like try to hide in the cover here and hope that you can kill them?
You can probably run away to a different cover and shoot the explosive barrel next to the guy that has lowest health, I guess. But yeah, this is the game.
Oh, I see. Select an extra dice. Okay. Uh, well, let's just focus on shooting right now. And I think I might just be well, I don't know. Yeah, okay. I can just kill the guy with low health. And then I can kill well no, okay. Can't kill that guy. Um all right. So you mentioned that the development process, like you didn't get to get as far into this as you were hoping, but can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's failure of pre-production, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
because, well, this year I tried to prepare as much as I could, despite not having a lot of free time.
Mm-hmm.
And I noted some stuff that I shouldn't do or should do during the jam. One of them was like big note, take your time in pre-production, plan it
Mm-hmm.
out. And the first idea that came to my mind, I instantly opened the editor and started making it. So I just betrayed my own rules.
Uh,
And yeah, I think that with good planning, with actually looking for references, I would stumble upon XCOM faster. I would at least think about it instead of on Saturday evening scrolling YouTube for good tactical combat games.
mhm.
So yeah, the planning was very, very off, and that uh, I tried to go into it too fast, and I didn't consider any other uh, ideas.
Mhm.
Just stuck with this one, and I think this was the biggest problem.
Yeah, I mean, in our case, we spent like only about an hour and a half in the like actual brainstorming phase, but after that, we spent like several hours planning out all the systems and coming up with card ideas, and it meant that I had barely any work done on Friday when I was going to bed, but I had an idea of everything I was going to do and everything I was going to need and what I could cut if necessary if I wasn't going to have enough time to make it, and what was the most important to focus on to like get the game started. So it's very difficult to have the discipline to do that though. Like in a 48-hour jam, you feel like you got to start, you got to make something, or otherwise you're not going to have anything at all. But yeah, I very much believe in that idea of well begun is half done. You'll hear me say that like you'll hear me say that so often. I'm sure people are sick of hearing me say it, but you know.
Yeah, but this is completely true. And well, my games maybe jam games maybe
Mm-hmm.
never had a very long pre-production, but this one is a complete record. It was like 15 minutes. Okay, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, when I was going to bed, I already had the main mechanic. I already had the first level.
Mm-hmm.
It just turned out that after playing the game, the main mechanic isn't that fun and the first level isn't really that fun, and there were a lot of bugs, especially with AI. Similar to what you had with the skeleton, I had debug messages at every step of AI's
Mm-hmm.
turn because I had no idea what happened, and uh, I decided that okay, maybe I debugged everything, But
Hmm.
still, I will just give the fail-safe option that like after 25 seconds, just pass the turn, stop doing
Yeah,
what we
yeah.
are doing.
Yeah, hard to see if a mechanic is fun without having time to prototype in the 48 hours. It's very true. Yeah.
I hope we will
So
get through this level without dying.
I'm pretty close, right? Like if I just get enough shots off this guy, I think I can kill him this turn. But I don't know. He's in cover, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm in cover. I think I am. Like by
Well,
looking
if
at.
you highlight C,
Yeah, yeah.
you will see it, and you probably are.
Okay, I killed him. I'm good. And I've got free movement, so now I can just go to the end of the level, which I guess is over. Where's the end?
Top left.
Okay, there we go. I thought that might be the case. I just wasn't sure because I couldn't see any obvious marker that that was the end of the level.
Yeah, again, I hate to use this, and it's not an excuse because this is the jam. You don't
Hmm.
have time, but I really like messed up my planning and didn't have time
Hmm.
for implementing some stuff. And uh, also, I made a huge mistake of when I was already rushing with the game, I made decisions to cut some stuff out. And after the game came out, I think I made the wrong decisions. Uh, like cutting out stuff that should be there while trying to implement still stuff that wasn't that important.
Hmm. Is it possible for enemies to like miss their shots on you?
Uh, if they are looking into a solid wall, yes. The guy above you and the guy
Hmm.
that was shooting you right now, like on my screen, will
Yeah.
probably miss some of their first shots.
Okay. I'll try to burn him down before he gets a chance to kill me. Um, yeah, so this was made with Unreal 4 or 5?
Four, yeah, I didn't want to switch to five before the jam.
Yeah, good call. You don't want to switch engines or even just like versions of engines if you're already familiar with a certain one. Um, so that said, do you have any useful shortcuts or recommendations for working in Unreal?
Uh, Honestly, I don't know right now. Well, when I read the question, I just thought that I will tell people that I don't have anything specific to Unreal, but please just plan out your stuff. And it doesn't matter if you are doing a game that will take a year to make or
Hmm.
24 hours to make. Spend as much time as you need on planning it. But we already touched on that topic. I guess this is my main message right now.
Yeah, but it is very true. Like it is advice that is like so broadly applicable, like no matter what engine you're working with. Yeah, I agree. It's very important. Oh my goodness. So this is level 3 that I'm on now?
This is free, yeah. So this will have, I don't want to spoil anything, but will have interesting twist towards the end. So I would
Hmm.
like you to see it, but after that, there's no pressure.
Yeah, well, I'll keep trying to get at least a little bit further. I don't know if I can shoot this guy. No, it looks like I'm just shooting the wall. So is it
Remember also that you can zoom out.
right? Okay. But is it worth I don't think I can hit any of my targets from here from where I'm standing. So is it worth hitting the skip button to save my shots for the next turn? Does that work?
You won't save them.
Okay,
It's
so
just for this turn.
at least it seems like they can't hit me either.
Yeah, if you can't hit them and they won't move, there
Yeah.
is 100% chance that they won't hit you. Well, I shouldn't say 100%.
There's also the little like fast roll tick box, but what does that
It
actually do?
doesn't work.
Okay.
Well, the mechanic works, the checkbox doesn't.
Okay.
It would skip the animation of rolling and just give you dice right
I
away.
see. Okay.
I used it all the time in debugging because I didn't have time for like 3-second animations
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
48-hour jam. But I have no idea why this checkbox isn't working. It just isn't working, and it was added right before submitting.
Yeah, so it was something that you had just enabled in the debug mode, but when
Yeah,
you tried to
I
optimize for it.
just changed the variable when I
Yeah.
needed.
All right. So do you want to keep working on the game? Or are you going to make a post-jam version of it? Maybe like address some of the things that came up?
Uh, I'm still thinking about it, but I don't really have much time as I
Mm.
have normal day job that also has something to do with games. So it's like, and I have a project ongoing. Up, so I don't think I will make anything with this, but maybe. Uh, and if I would do, I would just scrap it all because the code is so spaghetti that
Yeah.
you could say that this is a spaghetti western because of that.
That's very good.
Some of the AIs just have like 20 if statements. If player is on this tile number, do this. So it's pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, like that's just part of the game jam experience. I wouldn't worry too much about it. All right. Well, if anybody has any questions to ask in chat, now's the time to do that. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to clear this level in order to see the next one in time. I wish there was a way that I could get through it faster. Like, what was it that you wanted me to see about the game?
So, uh, if you would go, you see the turn uh, at the top. Like there is only one tile that you can go through.
On the far right, you mean?
Far right, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you would go through this choke point, uh, you would trigger some event. You can just go through it and go back, not to be hit by the two guys that are standing there. So just get get close to the wall and get a lot of movement, and maybe you will be able to see it without clearing the level.
Okay, I'll try and opt for just as much movement as possible. At least like diagonal movement counts, so I don't need to move much more. I don't think I can hit anyone, so yeah, no. I don't think they can hit me either. At least this guy maybe moved out of. No, we still can't hit each other. That's fine. Oh my gosh, those are mostly skulls. I'll try and use a reroll on that. All right, movement. There we go. I think that's enough to get around the edge. There's another movement.
Just try to quickly go back to
Yeah,
not get
yeah.
hit, because I
Oh,
think
okay.
they have the biggest damage of the all the enemies on this level.
Well, I'm hidden here, and then I'll try to shoot this guy. And the enemy turn. Oh my god, he just one shot me.
Yeah, when I saw on stream that you are going into cover, it was just like I knew that this would happen. Oh, you can see the effect. Yeah.
Is it going to like roll down and crush
Yeah,
them?
it would roll down on them, but it's on turn basis. So if the turn will go, it will roll another four tiles.
Yeah, okay. Well, that's unfortunate, but at least we kind of got to see it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that you didn't get this to the like exactly the state that you wanted, but thank you for submitting it and thank you for sharing your experience nonetheless.
Yeah, I hope it will help someone to like know that you know you can always fail
Yeah.
in a game jam, and I wouldn't say there's nothing wrong with it because I feel bad. But yeah, sometimes stuff happens like this, and despite having previously good experiences, it can always uh, go down like this.
Yeah, I mean it's you really want to try like oh sorry Oasis, if you're trying to use the emote the command for the current game, it is this one here, good data dice by Moon. um but yeah, I was just gonna say, like, even if something is a failure, if you didn't achieve what you were setting out to do, try to spend some time reflecting on why things didn't work out and see how you can learn from it, because then there's no it's not truly a waste of time if it was still a learning experience, if you can figure out what went wrong and what you're going to do differently next time.
Yeah, absolutely. It was painful, but really great learning experience. I hope that I won't make the same mistakes, and
Mhm.
because my GMTK didn't go as I planned, I might join Ludum Dare for the first time because it's pretty close. So maybe
Yeah,
something good will come out of it.
yeah, Ludum Dare is good. It's a less strict timeline. You've got a full 72. You got
No,
a whole extra day.
I really like 48. It's just crucial mistakes made that this time it didn't go well for me, but I prefer 48 hours. So
Oof.
GMTK is always my favorite one. Not this year, sadly, but yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk about it. And if you have any other projects you'd like to send my way in the future, I'd be happy to take a look at them.
Well, you already saw some of my projects, but maybe after my rebranding, you don't recognize.
No, no, I remember it was a Teo Kali game that
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
previous stream. I just mean like, I do mean to say like the other like future projects that you send that like you like when you do the Lodendare game. I'd be more than happy to take a look at that project.
sure. Yeah, at the moment I'm working on a small zombie game that you play the prototype of,
Yep,
so
yep,
it's still in the works. If it will ever come out, I will let everybody here know.
sounds good. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and yeah, I look forward to seeing the next project. So bye for
Thank you
now.
very